Hello, welcome back to our Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time playthrough. In our last video, we made it into Gannon's castle and we removed the first 3 seals to try and get into the center area of the castle. In today's video, we're going to be removing the next 3 seals and we're going to probably get the final fairy fountain and then start ascending the tower to face Gannon. So this first room, we just have to blow up the Beamos, move the Armos out of the way so we can collect all the silver coins to be able to advance. Now, if you don't move these Armos over, the spikes are moving so fast that you'll take damage trying to get the silver coins. I mean, it's our playthrough, so we're probably still going to take damage, but try to limit how many hearts we lose doing this. The good thing is, each time we take down one of the seals, we seem to sometimes get a heart back, maybe a little bit of magic back. But when we finish removing all these seals, we can go get that final fairy fountain, and that should refill our magic and hearts. Now, I believe this temple is actually meant to mimic the spirit temple, but we seem to be fighting more fire temple enemies than anything. Would have been much cooler if the temples were much more specific to the area they were based on. And the fire temple one kind of matches the fire temple. The one for the water temple is more based off the ice cavern. But some of them just seem kind of generic. Alright, now that we have the sunlight into this room, we can beam it onto one of these suns to open the door. If we guess wrong, I believe a wall master will come attack us. Alright, so we just have to shoot this thing with the light arrow, and this seal is done. That'll be 4 out of 6 complete. The spirit barrier is dispelled. playthrough left. Now I am happy to say I did make it back from my 2-month business trip over in Texas. They managed to let me out of there even with all the airport restrictions, so I'm back home now. Hopefully be able to get some more videos going for you guys pretty quick. Once we finish this longer playthrough, we'll probably have a few quicker arcade playthroughs, or maybe something a little more lighthearted before we get into another big playthrough. Just like to break up some of these bigger video series, because they tend to be sometimes 40 or 50 videos long. Can kind of be a little bit too digest for some people, I guess. Now we got the chest for killing all the keys hidden on the on top of them. I believe if you open these chests, most of them will freeze you. Alright, so we have 1 minute to collect the silver coins in here. They're not too hard. You're supposed to avoid the rolling boulders, but they only do like a quarter heart of damage, so I honestly don't even care. I'm just gonna get the coins as quick as we can. Now this temple, I guess, is supposed to be based off the Temple of Time, which isn't even playable in the game. I guess just to have the 6 saved in there. Be cool if it had like some unique puzzles that we hadn't seen in the game. Now why is it the light barrier? Like, the puzzle's based off the Temple of Time, but the barrier isn't the time barrier, it's the light barrier. So should it have been the Temple of Light? I also kind of wish they gave us more backstory on Rauru. We don't really know anything about him, they just kind of threw him into the Temple of Time to explain things to us. Alright, the fire temple, so we need to put on the red tunic and the hover boots, otherwise the middle platform will sink into the lava on us. And we need to slip and slide around and collect all the silver rupees, so we're gonna end up in the lava at least once or twice here. I always mess this up. I think this is probably the hardest one of these to dispel. Okay, I guess we can't make the jump to that angle. We gotta go straight back the way we came. Alright, we just gotta be a little more careful. We're making silly mistakes here. Alright, with the golden gauntlets, we can remove this giant pillar. There's a coin hidden under it, but we actually also need the pillar to get the coins on the other side of the room as well. We kind of use it as a platform when we go over there. It's not going to let us stun him. We're just going to have to go over and kill him. Alright, the door is open. Oh good, the door stayed open. I was worried we were going to have to recollect all those silver coins, or silver rupees. But it was merciful to us and allow us to pass on to finish dispelling the Fire Temple seal and be able to complete this castle. That was the last one of the temple seals. So we can now enter the middle area and start ascending the tower. Before we do that though, we might exit the castle and get the final fairy fountain. Alright, so now that all the seals are broken, we're just gonna quickly go get that final fairy fountain, and then we'll start climbing. Because there are gonna be a few challenges getting up the tower that we're still gonna have to face after that fairy fountain, but the reward we'll get from it will help us along the way, so we're gonna do that first. It's like that it's quick to get in and out of this castle at least. So we travel this way under the bridge. There's going to be a couple rocks that we got to smash with the megaton hammer, I think, and then we should be able to get into the fairy fountain. We couldn't have done this earlier because we needed the golden gauntlet to get in there. Yeah, one of these big stone pillars was blocking our way until we got the gold gauntlet, so now we can enter. We could have come here right after doing the Shadow Temple seal, but we really weren't taking much damage doing all those temple seals, so there really was no need until now. Alright, we've now collected all the great fairies in the game. Alright, so this is going to reduce the damage we take by half, which will be helpful climbing the tower up towards Gannon and the final fight itself, because everything that's left is pretty much going to be combat based. Alright, so we're heading right back into the castle we came out of. We only really came out to do this. There's lots of other like side quests or heart containers we could collect, but we really don't need them to finish the game, so we're just gonna head right on towards the boss fight. Right off the start. Can't remember if we get anything for defeating them, so I'm probably going to take them all out just to see. You can see they're doing a lot less damage to us now. Okay, I guess we really get nothing for taking them out. We could have just run past them all and ignored them. Now we gotta fight against two of these. Are they alphas or dinosaurs? Either way, we put them the same, block their attack, and strike right after they do. That actually unlocks the doors so we can advance to the next area. Alright, a couple stealth foes to fight now. Same strategy basically, block and attack. Just like a few combat trials on your way up the tower to try to slow you down getting to Gannon doors. They're not really too tough to defeat though. Even easier if we bothered to go collect the big Goron sword, but that's part of the challenge in the game. Trying to get through without some of these things. Alright, this will be the boss key that will allow us to get to Gannon. And now in this room we have a couple iron knuckles. You can fight them both at once, but I find it much easier to take them on one at a time. It takes an extra bit because we'll take a lot less damage doing it this way. Alright, only one left. Oh, we're getting clumsy here. Same strategy, just dodge and then jump attack. Alright, so we're heading to Gannon, but that's going to do it for today's video. So come see the next video where we'll be taking on the boss of the Ocarina of Time. As always, thanks for watching.